prices for fun last night, so I searched Toronto, Ontario on Zillow. You get a shack for $2.5 million.
Really?
Yep.
And more importantly, Neptune has also kind of reclaimed some ground.
All right, into the dealership map too. So Neptune.
Not a lot of space for LA
pushed up
off the get-go, but here comes the attempt. And Abuz is there to meet them. And
yeah, good luck. Good luck challenging that.
First two. Neptune cleaning up middle, and that's all just now down to HyDra.
Abuza shuts
the
it
hell?
down towards
Everybody
the
get down.
double.
No, I mean shit.
Sound like motherfuckers are crawling through the wall.
HyDra, it's just everything blowing up around you. Let me just play it a little patient because I don't want to die to a car bomb.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect of car bombs.
Oh, we didn't see him.
Did he sneak out?
Got him!
Through the window, so he will have an opportunity to catch one for free. Door popped. Sees one on the left and the other on the right.
Oh.
Question marks towards where Neptune
Do it
is now.
fast.
But
Oh,
this
that's
is
a nice
the
heady.
And Nasty's going to take the check and hold the
1-0
scope
Vancouver.
up to find the elimination. So Vancouver, off of just Abuza's heroic defense over on the one site, gets them the opening round win.
Yeah, LA Thieves try to open up with their opening attack. 3-1 split. Try to use your nades early on to at least back them down from that A position, but they were banking on the slide over to the car, staying alive, draw the attention, and then
was that
the
was it 2 million Canadian?
Perfect position.
Yeah, 2.5 cat.
Able to line up
Canadian?
the early double. At that point,
yeah,
player
cat's
through
Canadian.
mid, and Envoy tries to make up for it.
RJ with a 10-month member. Thank you, bro.
Big RJ.
Off to my bowling league.
Realistically,
Hey,
I don't
hit
know
some
about
strikes.
You, Alan, but I had a feeling that he could potentially pull that off.
Get your
but yeah,
Raymond
he
done,
should be
kid.
through.
No,
Vancouver took
no, definitely did. Thieves looking to get aggressive on their defense through B. Looks like this has been at least somewhat established.
You ever seen those crazy bowling memes where it'll be like, you know, whenever you get a strike and they play that like crazy scene?
Plus a first blood
Yeah.
from Scrap.
There's one where like
is really no longer an option for
the
Vancouver.
bowling ball will be pregnant,
Now Vancouver.
and then the dad comes back with a gun.
You know that Abuza
Like,
yet
it's
takes Vancouver
fucking- it's
ahead.
fucking
They were
insane,
probably
dude.
banking on a rotation here from LA,
You never
but
seen
they
those?
stay
Nah.
strong on their setup.
so wild.
Envoy finds the second, Scrap with the cover fire for
It'll
the
be
third.
like
Now Abuza,
strike.
your turn for 1v4.
And then play some crazy shit.
Just the first again. A couple of straight shots
Yeah,
coming
the
through
shits
the
are
glass.
crazy.
Gives him maybe a look. Scrap just dancing
Yeah.
with him. And Abuza's going to go for the re-wrap up towards office. More damage
Ooh,
comes
he was
through,
fucking
but doesn't
moving,
win
right?
the first
That was
gunfight
insane.
in towards the actual garage itself.
What just
So
happened?
Thieves able to respond with a solid defense of their own, and that is just one of those rounds that comes by way of forcing that play through arches. Get your info, get your kills, get out of there.
Yeah, Thieves obviously just watched the series 2 series ago. And just saying, all right.
Okay,
a lot of
Thieves
teams, if they get that bomb down
tied
at
up,
B,
it would seem. I
it's
was
pretty
lost in the
difficult to
sauce there
retake
for a
it if
second.
We don't have the power spot, so let's just take that one away. You strike for the first
1-1.
blood by keeping Envoy alive, and then you take some more space over towards Arches. Force Vancouver to make a tough decision there, and they thought that Thieves are going to bite on that bullet and think about that rotation out, but they just stand strong.
No
Decided to give
pre-nades.
up that
Okay,
one
they
on
got
their
the trophy to
defense.
block them.
Similar offensive break off here for Thieves. This time Envoy will get in towards the small room. Plus the nades behind it, blowing up
The
the
no
cars for him
Russian
to get a
one,
little
I've
bit
seen
deeper
that
in
one.
Towards sight. The thing that's different about this defensive setup, though, for Vancouver is Abuza's playing way deeper, and Nasty's
Okay.
showing us a couple of pre-fire spots through the
Yeah, we
vent.
saw. Who was it?
First one also
Snoopy
comes to
yesterday?
the surge, and Envoy's in
Wall bang the guy.
Yeah, like it was
Top.
paper.
HP in a dream. And he try to play his life. He knows he's eventually going to get overwhelmed, and that 2 strikes for his second kill of the round. So now in a
2v3?
4v2, make it a 4v3 after Scrap finds one.
Was map one close? Yeah, it was, Ryan.
Oh, he's just running.
Didn't start close, but Vancouver turned up.
He takes care of Scrap 1v3.
Great plays by Nasty.
Nice play
2
from
on.
Nasty. Off the reload, still catching the information, knows the gunfight's in front of him, and
Jesus.
takes care of it swiftly. So a little 1v2 in the middle of the map there for Nasty to
Wow.
secure the round. Vancouver not foiled by either of these opening set plays.
Celium should
from
be.
Thieves whatsoever.
Don't look at
towards
me.
A. That one a little bit different though, just not being hit by nades early and
Look at
trying to
Hector.
get Envoy into sight through small. Doesn't really work out though.
Banks,
Yeah, that's
Banks is
with
the equivalent to
LA
Hector. I don't know why you're looking at
developing
me.
some systems there. They're saying, okay, the nades has us a little weak. Abuza chose a very tough spot to sort of read because of all the car bombs that could potentially blow on up. Just decided to take that risk, and it worked out in round number 1, but that time plays a little bit safer. And his teammates able to help him. All out defenses so far here on dealership. A pace change up though, right through the middle of that for both
Okay,
squads.
2 for 1 for
Yeah, thing about this
Thieves.
is the defense just gets so much priority in that location. So a single trade coming back is not likely going to feel like enough. And what's going to have to be a 2v3 with the bomb down just inside that tight corner as well. You see it just right behind the table. Ghosty has just a sliver of an angle to look at it.
And I don't know if they have the info.
Yeah, bomb is down
Bomb's
too.
actually going
Okay.
to be down.
Nep gets caught.
Ghosty is a heads-up player. Knows that all of A Street is going to be open. They're potentially going to try to take that space away, and now it's Nasty. And a 1v3 with that bomb still down on the little map. This only gets more tough.
Yeah, he's got some time to work with, but the issue is LA's defense is just not moving. They're just holding corners. The bomb could get collected here, but this will be the first challenge. Coming
Okay,
up the
2-2.
stairs and not being able to predict HyDra again.
1v3 for Nasty.
So,
they don't give him
all
shit.
defense thus far, Jay. I mean, we're talking about it like we said in challengers. We've been seeing a lot of attacking success coming through.
If you could take one comp gun from any other COD and add to Black Ops 6, what would you choose?
Find a lot of priority, and most
Competitive
of it, I think
gun?
it's just again, the CDL teams are so
Well, you gotta
aware
think
of
like what would
where
actually
their
fit this
advantages lie.
game too.
Maddox.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's 4 straight defensive rounds so far here on dealership. On the side of LA, it's
Maddox
been
is a
2
good pick.
complete
There's already a
blind counters.
BO4 map in there. Might as well bring in the Maddox too.
Next
Fuck
time,
it.
meeting them in the middle of the map.
3-gun
Those
meta.
gunfights going down in the first 5 to 10 seconds.
Hmm.
Vancouver, you
Good
probably want to
question.
slow down your offensive approach, gain some info, and then develop off of that. But now, LA, your turn to potentially take the opening offense here on map number 2. They're going to leave the bomb and spawn. And look how aggressive Envoy already is.
Yeah, I mean, this is all focus onto HyDra. Stuns and
The Mana
Semtexes
War.
light him up at middle. You can see 2 defenders are watching this.
I really don't know.
But you have to be cautious here if you're Neptune, just because of this side door as well. Shots back and forth, but now here comes that
The
pinch
Maddox
from
will be
Envoy,
sick,
just
though.
waiting for the proper time to make his move.
Okay, Envoy on the pinch, but everybody else dies.
The other, but
Yeah.
all 4 simultaneously pushes through B,
Peace.
and it's actually Vancouver that pinched the
3-2.
play before the Thieves can. Whoa! Power play there, move from Vancouver, just
MP40.
trading out with speed.
That's insane, man.
World
It's
at
like
War?
both teams
The
are
one
playing
from World at
against
War
each
he's
other
talking
at the
about.
same exact time. Like it's. Well, I'm
That
gonna
thing
do this,
sounded
I'm gonna
mean.
work on deep pitch
I
on the
love
A
that
side.
gun.
I'll
I
work
don't
deep
know
pitch on
why.
the B side.
Hearing
Let's
it
see who's gonna
shoot
get there
like someone
first,
else
and
shoot
whoever
it,
does
I don't know
is
why
going
it
to make
sounded
the
so
impact
cool.
Give it a
play.
long-
And it was like shit graphics.
By
It was
the
all
time
pixelated
Envoy is
and
able to
shit.
strike, all 4
Hell yeah.
already
Give me the
found a
long
double,
barrel
so
bar.
Shit was
Envoy's
just
then
pictures
left
in the
a
game.
1v3. I love the slow and steady approach there because he could have edged his way on out. He could have been the game breaker there.
Now, the
Just
Craig
all
would
four
fit
on the
this game
opposing
very
end was
well.
Like, I'll do it too.
Yep. it
Cold War
legitimately
Craig?
just
Ooh,
comes
the
down to
BO1
that.
from Moss too.
Doors bashed at
Cold
mid once
War
again.
Craig,
Vancouver
if you just copy and
looking to get
paste
to
it.
Arches
Ooh,
quickly.
That
BO1
exact
from
that
Moss.
exact
Abuza
Craig.
just to sit and
Nah,
make
we'd
sure
see
no one
8 from
pushes through
Mosses.
aggressively at the corner on A. And with stuns clearing the site, Vancouver's going to go for one of our first plants, but the island player of Abuza is down, and how this post plant has to make a decision. Do we push up and
That
scale
thing
forward,
is
or are we trying to hold this at our
Busted.
You gotta realize, like, if you give up this bomb site control at courtyard, then you don't really have an angle. No one has yet to put themselves in a
Okay,
middle map
4v2.
position, but
It's gonna be
04
very
trying to make
hard
up
for
it. Gets
Vancouver.
Isolated 2v4, left up to Nasty and
Yeah, good luck.
Neptune.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do from that position. So tough. I see what 04 is trying to do. Again, you try to just get a level deeper. Trying to make this post plant a bit more
Okay.
dynamic, but
3-3.
there's just
He gets a
not
lot
enough
of
space
damage
to
in
do
right
that.
there.
Abuza falling
If he
is
kills that
really
guy off
massively
bomb
critical, especially at the timing in
instantly,
which he drops. So Thieves will continue to keep us at all defense.
There's a
although
chance.
Vancouver had a look at a post plant there, which is different. That's it.
3-3.
It's just
Good
a big
retake by the
mental kill
Thieves.
Right there from HyDra to open it up. Once Abuza gets shut down on that
And Dill
because he
having
was
a
gonna
great
take his
series,
sweet
7 and
time on
3
the
here.
approach.
Craig
And
is in the
Search
game,
is
yeah,
short.
but I mean like
Working
the
that piston
exact
out
Cold
loud
War
and had that
Craig. This
beat
one's a little
successful
different.
plant. So he wins the one-on-one. All of the focus now is in a 3v3 over towards the courtyard. And with them having the numbers technically and HyDra not committing on that pinch, wrapping back to his teammates, they were just hitting out through courtyard, isolate on the 04. And they realized they've already backed down the last couple of players from Surge and towards the archway. So all tied up at 3, all
Commando.
defenses. Someone give me an offense.
Well, Semtexes and stuns going deep over towards the backside at A. Neptune on the quick rotation over. Doesn't have a clean look at the bomb site, but can try to hold this offensive push back from getting
Okay,
deep
2
towards
trades.
A. But as Abuza drops, Scrap turns his attention.
And here he
finds
comes on the
Neptune.
pinch. He does it
HyDra's
so
on a
quick, they
pinch,
don't
and
even
there's
read
just
it.
absolutely no way
Oh,
Vancouver can deal
peace.
with this. Perfect timing in LA. Find our first offense.
4-3.
What do you guys
That
think
time
was the
LA
most
didn't really rely on
underrated
their
meta in
ARs to try
COD
to
comp?
find success at that A street.
Underrated?
They sent
Yep.
both the SMGs. I'm pretty sure someone else whipped out an
I would
extra
say
one there.
MTAR meta Ghost.
And they were just aggressive up through A, catching Vancouver with their pants down. They strike for the first blood. The train comes in,
Underrated.
and
I
then
love
they
that damn
instantly
MTAR.
put themselves in a numbers advantage. And then at that point in the 2v3, you know if you're Vancouver that plays at A.
MP with
You
a
just
10. The
now
hardest
lead that
kill of your
opening on the pinch for
careers.
HyDra,
Can't name
catch
the
that
same
timing,
player. Much love.
and secure the final double for finally an offensive
Bose.
round win.
What happened?
They take the advantage of 4-3. Now just need to do what they've
I'm
been
not
doing so
giving
far
that
on
gas
defense
out
in this
there.
map stairs.
No?
Yeah, and I was about to say for Vancouver, why not continue?
I would
to try
say
to make
towards
the
the end of
same
my
play
career, I'd
happen
say
over towards
HyDra.
Arches. See if you can try to get this Thieves defense
probably
out. Remember the first
say-
round they were here aggressively. Envoy did get stunned and naded, but played the same corner. So has Vancouver learned that lesson? Are they going to be able to check it? Does it make a difference?
I don't
Scrap
even
still
know.
finds
Probably
the first.
Beezy.
Envoy in a little bit of trouble, but doesn't make any difference. The help is going to allow him to get the regen, and then you push forward and you keep your numbers advantage. Beautiful stuff from Thieves.
And that's going to be bombed down, and at the same time,
5-3.
HyDra wins another one-on-one isolation gunfight versus Abuza. Now it's Nasty in a 1v3.
Hard 5-3 as well.
HyDra gets some bad timing. Now HyDra
Oh,
is
shit.
win.
That's a good start, though.
Puts him down to
Wait, he's
4-4
got a read and a
isolation.
heady.
Oh,
Oh.
he's still a little weak, was he?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, he was still weak.
Absolutely beautiful.
What about you, Mark?
That just works out better thanks to the
Hardest
trophy system initially
kill?
that comes through, but also Scrap just watching the right angle. You know, where Envoy gets up on top of that little platform. He watches one door, Scrap watches the other. And
I'd
there's
say,
just not
like,
a very easy way at all for Vancouver to really flush that out. Because,
Saints,
yeah, stuns and some Semtexes are getting
Renato
damaged.
was a pretty hard kill.
Yeah,
into
Nato was
Envoy, but
nasty.
Scrap
Scrim was a
stays
pretty hard
safe.
kill.
As soon as you get that tag,
Actually-
those damages, Vancouver
actually,
tries
I
to
would say
find the
you and
pick, but
Karma.
Scrap is right there watching
Damon
it.
was a hard ass kill.
It's just a really solid setup
Getting
to try
loose.
to hold that B archway.
Yeah, and it was a different look as
Yeah, I'd
Honestly,
say-
man,
I'd say
yo,
you and Karma.
Envoy
Celium's up
watching
there,
the
too.
Right arch instead of watching
Yep,
the left.
yep,
But this
yep.
time,
That
Scrap
dirty
switches up,
bastard.
saying, I got your back. You just watch your front, and he's able to find another first
Damon
blood.
on Ghost was a
Now
hard ass
Lisa
kill.
Thieves at game point. Gonna slow down this approach. They're on the attack. Envoy just playing for some info. He also has an RC car to work with.
Thieves.
Yeah, Envoy
Potential to
getting
go
naded,
up
but he's just
2-0
playing
here
as
in
a
the
distraction
series.
here. They've showed this hit a couple of different times. Have the
That's a
Thieves.
good
Yeah, I was
start.
about to say,
Scrap
like,
finds
they
0-4,
show that
first
they're
blood.
hitting A, it moves the
Apathy was a
defense
hard
out
ass
of
kill,
mid
too.
to watch through vent or the garage door. And in that moment, Thieves are able to find a 2v1 isolated.
This guy
pick
in the
onto
corner,
04,
who is that?
And now you can rejoin Envoy, knowing the defenders
Nasty,
are going to
okay.
This is absolutely
Oh, it's
brilliant in
Neptune.
terms of
Finds
the play
one.
Call, but Neptune may have something just a touch better. Finds the first blood on this engagement.
Damn.
Tries to slide to the bomb. Not going to happen.
Look at
And
Seven.
here,
Seven's
Methodz
behind
just
him, but
the
look
play
at two.
again.
Two's behind him.
He
It's
was
going to be a
just
full-on
trapped, and now You
collapse.
force your teammates to try to help you, and that opens up the pinch here for HyDra. Time to strike.
HyDra gets the
Another kill
first.
onto Abuza. Nasty left in the 1v2. Try to keep his team alive here. They're playing patient and not rushing his plant. And this might work out in favor of Nasty.
It could. Timing depending.
Wow, he's still not planning.
Yeah, they just get info through the car. Nothing he can do there. 6-3. Thieves up 2-0 in the series.
1-1 or 2-0.
2-0. Thieves dominating here. Again, we get a good series, and it's a potential 3-0 for the Thieves. Now they got a
that would
control
piss
coming
me
up.
off. If this is a 3-0, I'll be pretty upset because this is one I think is just a fun game 5.